It's time again for the Science Bowl.
Zoo Parade for 5. What big teeth the hippo has are actually a pair of these. Science Potpourri for 10. Would a snake most likely eat every day? Every week, Dateline Science for 10. Why are some elephants wearing necklaces these days? Green things for 15.
And now, here's your host, Mr. Z himself, Dave Zarin.
Thank you and welcome to the Science Bowl. Play along with us. Today we have two outstanding elementary schools. Let's meet them right now. First from Berwyn Heights, say hello to Elta Goldstein, Josai Lee, and Taj Wilkinson. And from Scotchtown Hills Elementary, here they are, Tomi Akinlasuto, Chioma Agege, and Marvin Banks. And now here are the categories of questions we use on Science Bowl.
Okay, Mr. Z, here's today's categories. Green Things, questions about plants and all things green and growing. Zoo Parade, a Noah's Ark of questions about animals. Body Systems, we'll see how much you know about yourself, about things like breathing and growing, and digesting your food. Let's Get Physical, questions that test your knowledge of physics and chemistry, earth science and space science. Then there's Science Potpourri. Here's a grab bag of science questions, everything from air pollution to the kitchen sink. And finally, Dateline Science. We'll ask you about science history and science in the news.
Here on Science Bowl, our game board shows the difficult range of the questions. The easier ones on the left worth 5 and 10 points, tougher ones 15, 20, ultimately 25, toughest of them all. Both teams start out at 50 points. Never penalties for incorrect answers. At the end of the 2 rounds today, the winning team will go on to play Glen Arden Woods for the chance to become the second of this year's 4 finalists in the elementary competition. So we have a lot at stake. Let's make sure everything works. Let's go to the red team. Josiah, try that buzzer for me. Thank you, young man. Good luck to you, to Elta and to Taj. And Chioma, try the green light and buzzer. It, too, seems to be just fine. Good luck to you, to Marvin, and to Tomi. Are we ready? Let's do this. We go alphabetically B before S. So Berwyn Heights, Josiah, let's play the game.
Zoo Parade for 5.
Zoo Parade for 5 points. Teams, in a commercial to advertise that they're open all night, McDonald's has a car full of these masked mammals pulling up in the middle of the night. Scotchtown Hills.
Hamsters.
Not hamsters. Good try. Who are these masked mammals pulling up in a car at the all-night McDonald's, Josiah?
Raccoons.
Raccoons. That's right. The masked mammals. Good. Red.
Green Things for 5.
Green Things for 5 points. Teams, your question is as follows. What green things do kids love for the ability to make arboreal homes in them? Scotchtown Hills. What you think, guys? Don't ring in unless you have an idea. Kids' arboreal homes are built in these green things, Josiah.
Tree houses.
Tree houses, absolutely trees. Arboreal was the clue there. Try again, red.
Let's Get Physical for 5.
Get physical for 5 points. Teams, this Nickelodeon character with a last name that is a subatomic particle has a robotic dog named Goddard. Scotchtown Hills.
Jimmy Neutron.
It is Jimmy Neutron. And Marvin, you knew that one. Nice assist there. Go, green.
Zoo Parade for 15.
Zoo Parade for 15 points. Teams, the male duckbill platypus has a talon on his hind leg that contains venom that is as strong as this hooded snake's. Berwyn Heights.
A cobra?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Cobra venom inside that spur on the back of the duckbill platypus. That says, leave me alone. Go red.
Body Systems for 5 points.
Body Systems for 5 points. Teams, on a dare, if you lick a lamppost in the middle of winter, this will get stuck. Scotchtown Hills.
Your tongue.
Your tongue, that's right. Don't even think about it. I don't care what the dare is. All right, 60 to 75 advantage green.
Zoo Parade for 10.
Zoo Parade for 10 points. Multiple choice question. Teams in the new movie Big Miracle, the gray whales are not dangerous to the human beings because they have no teeth. They rather have a filter. Berwyn Heights.
Baleen.
Baleen is what I was looking for. Not ballast, not bristles, but baleen. Tosh didn't even need my choices. Nicely done, young man. Go red.
Green Things for 10.
Green Things, 10 points. Teams. The Customs Service says we cannot bring foreign plants back to the United States after we've been traveling. Scotchtown Hills. I think you jumped in too soon there. What did you want to tell me? Marvin got over anxious there. Red team, plants are banned from being brought back to the United States after we've been traveling. But one exception is you may bring back the bulbs for these plants that are beloved in Holland.
Roses.
Tulips. Tulips. Try again, red.
Science potpourri for 5.
Potpourri for 5 points. Teams, if you have shredded cheese in your refrigerator, it doesn't all stick together because there's an anti-caking agent called silicon dioxide inside. We know silicon dioxide better as this stuff that's all over the beach. Berwyn Heights.
Sand.
Sand. There's sand in there, that cheese. Absolutely right. Silicon dioxide is another name for sand. Good answer. Go red.
Dateline science for 5.
Dateline for 5 points. Teams, out in California, they are practicing the drop, cover, and hold on earthquake routine because there's some activity on the San Andreas what? Berwyn Heights.
Fault line.
Fault line. Absolutely right. Good. Fill in the blank. Go. Red.
Body systems for 10.
Body systems for 10 points. Teams, your question is as follows. While the femur is your body's longest bone, the sartorius, which runs from your back all the way over your thigh, is your body's biggest what? Berwyn Heights.
Muscle.
Muscle. Yes, indeed. Good. Go. Red.
Science potpourri for 10.
Potpourri, 10 points. Question is as follows. If a mule could talk, it would say, the reason I can't reproduce, the reason why I am sterile, is because I had 2 fairly odd what? Berwyn Heights.
Parents.
Parents, that's right. A horse and a donkey have to mate to get a mule with an odd number of chromosomes, which is why mules cannot reproduce. Good listening skills, 115-60. Come on, green team. Tell me, I want to see you talk to her a little bit more. You got to help her out. She can't do this on her own. Marvin, keep doing what you did at the beginning. Talk among yourselves. Jump on the buzzer if you have an idea. Go red.
Dateline science for 10.
Dateline for 10 points. Teams, some government officials say we should now classify this as a registered substance, just like alcohol and tobacco. We eat so much of this stuff, and it's leading to obesity, heart disease, and tooth decay. Scotchtown Hills.
Salt.
Not salt. Nope. Berwyn Heights. What substance leads to obesity, heart disease, and tooth decay? We want to register just like alcohol and tobacco.
Sugar.
Sugar. Absolutely right. Good. Red. Go. Whoa. Buzzer has sounded. That was a quick first round. Our score right now, Berwyn Heights 125, Scotchtown Hills 60. We'll be back with the second round. Just a moment. Don't go away.
Diet and exercise are never easy. Then again, neither is dying. Sadly, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and stroke kill nearly 1 million people a year. Most of these deaths could be prevented. Please, talk to your doctor about your risk for diabetes and heart disease. And if your doctor recommends lifestyle changes or medication, listen. The reason so many die is because not enough are willing to change. You can stop it, starting right now. It's your life. Listen to your doctor. Eat better. Get moving.
I always thought being a good mother meant raising my baby myself. But when I got pregnant, I realized I wasn't ready to be a parent. So I did something I thought I could never do. I chose adoption. It was really hard, but I know my baby is with a loving family and has a very bright future.
Sometimes choosing adoption is being a good mother. Visit us at ichooseadoption.org.
And welcome back. Thank you for spending part of your day with us. We have 6 outstanding young people here. They're playing a wonderful game. Let's give them a break. Let's find out a little bit more about themselves and their schools first. Let's go over to Berwyn Heights. This is your 3rd appearance this year. You guys are on a roll again. Josiah, what's your secret? How'd you get so good?
Well, we practice on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and during the practices, our sponsor, Mr. Goldstein, prints out some questions and he asks us, and we really do really good.
Well, and it shows that practice makes perfect, because you guys, not only are you good players, but you look like you're having a good time too, and that counts for an awful lot while you're here. Tell us about Berwyn Heights. It's over there in the town of Berwyn Heights near Greenbelt and College Park. Who's your principal?
Dr. Karen Singer.
Wonderful. And she's been there for a number of years, and I know she loves music especially, and I know that infuses a lot of your curriculum. And the sponsor is Mr. Goldstein, and that is Elta's father, by the way, and he'll be out in just a few moments. Tell me about your school in terms of what you brag about.
We brag about, not a lot of things, because we don't really want to, be cocky. But we have great SGA members and teachers.
And I think that's great. And you're not cocky at all in the way you're talking. The pride you have in your school shows, and certainly the Student Government Association and the kinds of teachers you have there, you're in the right place. When you get older, Josiah, what do you want to do?
Well, I wanted to play football.
Yeah. You're going to LSU, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they'll be lucky to get you. Good football player, good student, good team captain here. Taj, how about yourself? This young man is so talented musically. I know you play the French horn. What else do you play?
The piano, and I sing a lot. And
you sing a lot, too. You got a good stage presence there, and I can just see you as a performer. And you're into sports, too, aren't you?
Yep.
What do you play?
Soccer and hockey.
Yeah. And someday, where are you headed, do you think?
I don't know, astronomy, chemistry, and I might go to the soccer field once in a while on the side.
Absolutely. We can have a couple careers. That's the good thing about life. You know, you can have one career, then you can move on to something else and something else. You've got the talent. You're going to go wherever you want to go, young man, I can just tell. And Elta, you've got a lot of stage presence. This young lady wants to be and is already an actress and a singer and a dancer. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, and it's all in the family, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Tell me about that.
Well, my dad, he's a performer, and so is my mom. But, yeah, I guess I got the gene.
Absolutely right. There was a dominant gene in there somewhere. And you went to Broadway recently. You hope to be on Broadway someday. You'll be like one of those stars on Glee, you know, that I see on television. What did you see on Broadway?
I saw Wicked.
Wicked, yeah. And could you see yourself in one of those roles?
Maybe.
Maybe. I think someday you could very well do that. Nice to have you back again. Scotchtown Hills, nice to have you here for the first time. You got a bye in the first round of our competition because your school did so well last year. Miss Jennifer Doors, she is so pumped up about Science Bowl, and I know how much she wanted to have you here again, and she's such a great teacher and coach, and we thank her for all of her hard work. Did you have any alternates on your team, Chioma?
Yes, we have Marche, Jalen, Justin, Johanna. Yeah.
The 4 alternates. So you have a whole shadow team plus ones out there in the wings. They're sending answers to you telepathically right now. Tell us about Scotchtown Hills. You're way up there in the Laurel area. Who's your principal?
Miss Prevost.
Wonderful. And Miss Doris is your sponsor. Did you have any other sponsors?
Miss Taylor.
Wonderful. So we'll have them come out in just a little bit so that we can let everybody at home see them. Let me ask you what I asked Josiah. And bragging doesn't mean a bad thing. What are you proudest of about Scotchtown Hills?
Well, the teachers are very kind, and they teach us a lot of stuff that will help us in everyday life, and the school is a very nice place to be.
Wow, you said that so nicely, too. And teaching you things that help you in everyday life. It's not just for the future. You need to know things now, how to get through your daily tasks. So that's so important. Thank you for sharing that. What do you want to do someday?
I either want to be an anthropologist or a musician/dancer.
Wonderful.
Professional.
And talking about musical talent, Taj has an awful lot of it, and you too. Well, how many instruments do you play?
About 4 or 5. 4
or 5, wow. And Toma, you play an instrument too, don't you? You play the piano. How long have you been playing the piano?
For a couple of years.
Couple of years? And you
I
have a
also
piano
play the trumpet.
Also, wow. And I asked her earlier if people come over to the house and ask her to play something. She said, oh, I just play a little Beethoven. So you're a talented young lady. What brings you to us today? Why'd you want to be here?
Well, I got voted on, and I think That it would be fun to be on TV and on YouTube.
Wonderful.
And for people to see me on a game show.
Wonderful. All right. All good reasons. How about you, Marvin? What brings you to us? Why did you want to be on the Science Bowl? You're a 5th grader, and your teammates there are 6th graders.
I wanted to be on here because, well, yeah, I was also voted on here, and I really like science because it's interactive and you get to do a lot of nice experiments.
Wow,
and
nice.
you get to learn a lot. And it's, yeah, I want to be on TV too.
All right. You know, win, lose, or draw. Actually, no one loses on Science Bowl. The very fact that you're here says that your school thought that you were one of the best of the best. So you've won just by being selected as being an ambassador for Scotchtown Hills and Berwyn Heights. Congratulations. Let's get back to our game. 125 for Berwyn Heights, 60 for Scotchtown Hills. Lots of points to give away. Start us out, Josiah.
Let's get physical for 10.
Let's get physical for 10 points. Team to start us out. Kevlar, which is that ultra-strong material used for bulletproof vests, is said to be 5 times stronger than this metal that... Berwyn Heights.
Steel?
Steel, absolutely right. I was going to say forged from iron. You didn't even need that. Go, Red.
Green things for 15 points.
Green things, 15. Here it is. Teams, if you take a drop of iodine, drop it onto a piece of newspaper, it will turn blue-black, indicating that there is a carbohydrate in there made by plants. Not sugar, but what other carbohydrate is in that paper? That would be starch. Starch. Go again, Red.
Body systems for 15.
Body systems, 15 points. Teams, cosmetic surgeons now say they can change the color of your eyes. They can take a laser and remove all the color from what eye part? What eye part could be changed in its coloration, Scotchtown Hills?
The iris.
Yes, ma'am, the iris. It is. Nicely done. Good team play, and that's the way to play the game. Do it again. Chioma.
Science potpourri for 15.
Potpourri for 15 points. Look at the monitor in the studio, please, for this question. Teams, lots of different colored liquids, but all in what same kind of glassware? Name it, Berwyn Heights. What are they?
A beaker?
No, they are not beakers. Here's an opportunity for you, Scotchtown Hills. All of those glasswares are of the same kind. What are they?
Flasks.
Yes, indeed, they are flasks. Thank you. Good comeback. Go green.
Let's get physical for 15.
Let's get physical for 15 points. Teams, the Earth and the Moon are not stars, but there is moonshine. There is earth shine. The reason why we shine is because this happens. What happens, Berwyn Heights?
Reflection from the sun.
Reflection from the sun.
You got that right. We are reflecting the sun's generated light. We do not generate any of our own. Thank you, Taj, for your help. 145, 150 to 90. Go, Josiah.
Dateline science for 15.
Dateline for 15 points. Teams, 7 high school students who have participated in the Intel National Science Search have gone on to win this top science prize in the world. Berwyn Heights.
The Nobel Prize?
Yes, 7 of them have gone on to win Nobel Prizes. Nicely done. Okay, go, Red.
Zoo parade for 20.
Zoo parade, 20 points. Team question is as follows. Before going hunting, lions will sometimes roll around in zebra dung to hide their scent. Monkeys, on the other hand, will roll around on an ant's nest to purposely get stung so they can get the ant's formic acid so that it will keep what away from the monkeys? Scotchtown Hills, think about it before you answer. What are they trying to keep away?
Predators.
Judges? No, not predators. Berwyn Heights, why would monkeys roll around at an anthill to purposely get stung and get the formic acid from the ant stings? What are they then trying to keep away?
Other ants?
Parasites, ticks and lice and things like that. It's kind of a natural. Judges?
Green things for 20 is still open.
Green things for 20 is still open. Thank you. Okay. Be advised of that. Even though the green things for 20 is out, that is still available for your choosing. Thank you, Janine. All right. No points that time. Go again, Red.
Green things for 20.
Green things for 20. Thank you. Teams, if there are small versions of animals or small versions of plants, what kind of diminutive adjective do they use to describe a small banana tree or a small apple tree? We call them what? Josiah.
Sapling?
Not sapling. What adjective do we use to describe, Scotchtown Hills, a smaller than normal version of a plant? A dwarf. A dwarf or a pygmy. A dwarf banana or a pygmy plant. Try again, Red.
Body systems for 20.
Body systems, 20 points, teams. If you receive a transplanted heart or lung or kidney, you have to also get anti-rejection drugs so that this body system of yours doesn't turn around and fight the new organ. Scotchtown Hills, what body system am I talking about?
Immune system.
That's what I want to hear. Thank you, Tommy, for your assist. Nice answer. The immune system. All right, you're up to 110 points, 165. We got ourselves a game here. Go green.
Let's get physical for 20.
Let's get physical for 20 points. Teams, rare earth elements, the ones that are used to make cell phones and iPads, are numbers 57 to 71 on what chart? On what chart? Scotchtown Hills?
Periodic table.
That's it, the periodic table of elements. All right. Now you're cooking. Go green.
Dateline science for 20.
Dateline for 20 points. Don't let them catch you, Berwyn Heights. Here's the Dateline question. Swedish botanist Carolus Linnaeus came up with a system called binomial nomenclature in which he gave each and every living thing on Earth its own what? Berwyn Heights.
Gene? Gene?
Gene? Not gene, no. This system of binomial nomenclature that the Swedish botanist Carolus Linnaeus came up with is a system whereby every living thing on Earth gets its own what?
Species.
Give me more information, please.
Latin name.
Latin name, absolutely right. Good answer. Good. Green. Chioma, you choose.
Science potpourri for 20.
Potpourri for 20 points. Teams, your question is as follows. Lactose, like glucose and fructose, is a kind of what? Kind of what, Berwyn Heights?
Sugar.
Yeah, they're all sugars. O-S-E, that suffix generally indicates sugar. Thank you, Taj, for your help on that. Elta 2. Go, Josiah.
Body systems for 25.
All right, all the big questions are left. Body systems for 25 to finish out that category. Parents know that the brat diet, which includes rice and bananas and toast and applesauce, is a good remedy for treating this very uncomfortable digestive condition. Berwyn Heights. What do you think, guys? Scotchtown Hills, what uncomfortable digestive condition can be treated with the brat diet of bananas and rice and toast and applesauce?
Diarrhea.
Diarrhea is the right answer. Yes, indeed. No one ever looks so happy to get diarrhea as you three did just right now. Okay, go green. 175, 185, almost a tie. Come on, Josiah, let's come roaring back. Go Chioma.
Zoo parade for 25.
Zoo parade for 25. Big one in that category. Teams, look at the monitor, please. In Dracotherium, it was a real animal, the biggest land mammal that ever lived on Earth. I hadn't gotten to the question. What did you want to tell me, Scotchtown Hills?
Rhino.
Ooh, so close, so close. Berwyn Heights, that in Dracotherium is indeed related to modern-day rhinos. It, too, like rhinos, thanks to Chioma, is a perissodactyl, meaning that this creature, like a rhino, has an odd number of these. All right, for 25 points, an odd number of what?
Toes.
Toes is right. Yes, indeed. I heard you say that over here. Good answer. Go red.
Let's get physical for 25.
Let's get physical, 25. Big one in that category, teams. It is appropriate that the most moons of any planet, any two planets, 63 and 61 respectively, are found around these two largest planets. What are they, Berwyn Heights?
Jupiter and Saturn.
You got them both. Good. Go. 3 questions left.
Science potpourri for 25.
Potpourri, 25. Big one in that category, teams. Scientists know that you can find really odd forms of life around a hydrothermal vent because the life forms there play by different rules. Where on Earth would you find a hydrothermal vent?
Underwater.
Underwater, absolutely right. Down at the bottom of the ocean. Thank you, Tommy. Go green.
Green things for 25.
Green things for 25. Big one in that category, teams. I'm using a banking analogy here. If plants deposit energy with photosynthesis, they withdraw energy through this process, Scotchtown Hills. Yes, ma'am. Berwyn Heights, can you tell me what process plants use for withdrawing energy that they deposited through photosynthesis? Respiration. Respiration, the opposite of photosynthesis. Last question of the game. Dateline for 25 points. Teams, your question is as follows. There's a new television show called Inside Nature's Giants. They go inside whales and lions and tigers. They literally take them apart. They cut them open and examine their organs. What D initial term describes the examination of internal organs, Berwyn Heights?
Dissection.
Dissection, and that means our game is over. Berwyn Heights has hung on, we believe. We'll double check that score and be back with you in a moment. Don't go away.
Across America, service learning is helping students improve their grades and their communities. Service learning makes school exciting by connecting the classroom with community service projects.
Before service learning, I was just an ordinary student causing mischief during class. After service learning started, I got so involved into it, I started paying attention more, picked up my grades.
Okay, very good.
Service learning absolutely drives academic success.
Working together, students solve real problems, build new skills, and apply their knowledge in a whole new way.
The great thing about service learning is it gives you this opportunity to go out into the world and do things hands-on.
Inside the classroom and out, service learning opens new doors and brings learning to life. Service learning can make a difference in your school. Visit Learn and Serve America at learnandserve.gov to find out how.
I knew I needed help paying for college. I've always wanted to be a teacher. I used to make worksheets for my friends to do. No one ever wanted to come over. My guidance counselor told me about federal student aid, and my mom helped me fill out the free application. I got the grants and loans that made school possible. There is a way to pay for school. You just have to find it. My name is Caitlin. I'm going to be a special education teacher. I'm going to live my dream.
For years, scientists have explored remote corners of the Earth, searching for exotic substances that might help prevent cancer. At last, man has discovered a secret place where powerful remedies can actually be found. Medical research shows that a vegetarian diet, rich in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, can help prevent many types of cancer. Wherever you live, cancer prevention is as close as your grocery store. To learn more, call 866-906-WELL.
And welcome back. What a great game we had today. What a comeback by Scotchtown Hills. You guys almost did it. I can see why you were voted on to that team. Our final tally today is Berwyn Heights 260, Scotchtown Hills 200. You'll also be smiling over there. Congratulations, Berwyn Heights, Elta, Josiah, Taj, and Brees, the alternate. Nice to have you back, Mr. Goldstein. We're going to see you against Glen Arden Woods in our next game. Scotchtown, let me see these big smiles over there. You really were great players. Tommy and Chilma and Marvin. I want to see you come back in. Look at all the alternates. Joanna, Justin, and Jalen, and Marche. Miss Taylor, Miss Doris, thank you. We love having you guys here, and we love having you as well. See you next time on another edition of Science Bowl. Bye-bye.